Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today we're gonna install some curtains in the van. So we're trying to get this thing camper ready, maybe for this year, probably for next year. We have a baby coming in like 7 days, so won't be a lot of camper van action for a little bit. But one of the first things we wanted to do was get curtains in here. They're in the Delica. It comes with like rails for curtains and like little slider things and some hooks and some other things, but I didn't like those. I'll kind of show you guys what those look like. So we decided to do our own custom curtains. So I have one done, and hopefully the other 3 will be better. So I'm going to take you along for the good versions. Actually, I already had to redo one. Second one's good enough, and then the other ones I think are going to be sweet. So I'll show you what we had first that we're not going to use, and then I'll do one whole curtain, and then you can kind of just figure, you know, do the same thing 4 times or however many windows you have. Here's what comes in the van. We already took all these little places where there's wood. We took out these little metal rails, and I put just this little quarter round thing I found at Home Depot that fit in. I just walked around with my metal rail and I was like, what's gonna fit this size? So this is the metal rail, and they have these little plastic white things on them. And then I bought these black clips, and then the idea was to put the curtain in there and just slide them, but they don't slide, they get jammed up pretty quick. And then there's a gap of light there. And it just wasn't good. So we did that first. We had all the curtains cut to length, and then it didn't work. So we had to recut the curtains, and what we decided to use are little button snaps. And these just snap on like that. And then on the bottom we have magnets that snap onto this bottom rail. And that's our solution. So I'll show you an install of one of them. Okay, so we've got our curtain. My mom did these, so I don't know, like, you know, how to sew, but she just did about a 1-inch seam, and then she left this open so we could put the magnets in the bottom. She left the top open too, but they're the same. It's just one big square. And so we measured them a little bigger than the window so no light would get in. And when I was first doing this, I was trying to get the snaps to land on this wood, but then I realized I can just screw the snap in anywhere I want on this. So I have been just kind of stretching this tight and then marking where I want my snaps on the van itself and on the curtain. And I've been putting the snaps on the van first and then marking the curtain. So this looks about right. One quick note about mounting these buttons on here is what I am doing on my last one now is the left and the right one first, and then I rivet the curtain, and then I'm gonna try to find the best spot to mount the button here last, because I found on this one, this side's really tight, but this side's a little looser because this button could be moved. If I just let it down a little bit, if it was moved a little bit to the left, we would have had less of that. So just a quick note on mounting these things. And I want it to just barely cover up this wood trim piece. So I do 3 snaps, left, right, middle. And do one here, and then I'm just kind of eyeballing it. And then snap there. One like right on that corner. That'll be nice and tight. All right, snaps are in here, 3 of them. I'm just gonna kind of mark off where I want these to be. And I've been kind of putting the snaps a little lower on the seam, like 3/4 down, so that they still cover. And then I put that dot right there. I'm gonna try to make this super tight. All right, once you have your 3 holes marked off, go inside and I'll show you how to punch these rivets through the cloth. Our fabric's kind of stretchy, and this is just curtain fabric from a house that we cut up. It's kind of stretchy, so it's kind of nice. You can pull these snaps really tight and they can fit real snug on the window. So let's go inside. I'll show you how to snap these rivets in. To punch these holes, I've been using scissors. You need a hammer, and you get your rivet pieces. These 2 pieces, can you see those? Go together like this, and then you smash that. But you got to get a hole through the material first, and magazine so you don't put a hole in your table. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but this is what works for me. All right, once you have your hole, you punch your little piece through, cap it on this side with this, and then you get out this piece, goes on the front, and this little dealio goes right in here. And you hold this part, and then you hammer this. And that's all there is to it. Do it 3 more times. Dramatic. That's what they do in a movie. And that is how it's done.
No.
I bet they make a tool that's for punching the holes through, because I can't imagine some grandma making curtains and buttons with this. So, the moment of truth. Here's the shade.
Yeah.
One snap, that one works.
Okay.
Ooh, that one's gonna be tight. Nice.
Can I do this?
Can you get it?
I've done this 100. No, it's not.
Ooh.
It's supposed to be right there.
Ooh, we're off. Let's see if we have enough stretch.
Daddy flower.
Oh.
Yes.
Did it go?
Yeah, it did.
Holy cow.
That's tight.
That is tight. It's a little tighter than I wanted, but
that's fine.
that's fine. So the curtain fits. It's a little tight, but it'll work, and it's a little lower than I wanted. You can still see the wood, but it gets below that handle, so it's all right. So the next thing we're gonna do is get our magnets and our piece of metal cut to length. So we'll go do that now. The metal we're using is a flat bar, 1/8 inch thick, 1 inch by 36 inches. My other ones are 48 inches and I had to cut them down, but this one is actually the perfect length, so I'm not gonna have to cut it. If I was gonna cut it, we would use a jigsaw with a metal blade on it, but this I think will fit perfect. Going right in there.
Yeah.
Just slide her in. So the magnets that we got are neodymium magnets, and they're like the super magnets. They come in a 3-pack at Home Depot, and they're locked up because with these you can unlock expensive things at Home Depot. That's what all the security things are. I guess they're just magnets. It says caution, extremely strong magnets, not for children. So those are the ones you want to get, and once you're sure your metal is the right length, you're gonna, what I did is I glued them on because I didn't want the magnets sliding around and getting all crazy. The reason we're putting metal in the bottom, you could use wood too, but it's gonna help to roll up the curtain. We tried them without them, but the curtain got all floppy and gross, so the metal keeps it nice and tight. These pieces of metal are like $5, so it's worth it to make your curtains nice and tight. So we're gonna glue these magnets on. What kind of glue is it, Leo?
Gorilla.
Is it pretty strong?
Pretty darn strong.
Pretty darn strong. Couple inches in from the edge.
Like right there.
Yeah, the hardest part's getting the glue out. A little dab will do ya. Did you get any out? That's enough right there. A little dab. Very nice. Woo! Did it pinch ya?
Nope.
All right, you just drop it on there, huh?
This is how you do it.
Woo!
And slowly after.
Yeah, one right in the middle, and then we'll just let that dry. All right, it's a new day. Yesterday I got carried away cleaning the van, getting it ready for photos for listing it on Outdoorsy, but our magnet is glued and stuck to our metal piece, and now all there is to it is to fit it in the bottom, and then we can sew the sides shut if we want down here, but you don't really have to because it's not really going anywhere. I probably will just for fun. So magnets facing towards the wall, not gonna break my window, and then we're gonna feed it in. Okay, post is in the bottom seam, slides right in there. Snap that one, snap that one. Just sticks right there to the wall. There's your curtain. And then to roll this up, what we're gonna do, this pole makes life easy, but we've got these, they're called bongo ties, and they're just gonna sit up here, and then we're gonna wrap them around. That's it. Bam.